For example, one, we're going to fill in the blanks here to describe each of the following vectors' direction relating to its nearest cardinal direction. So that would be north, south, east, and west. So for those of you who are struggling with that, sometimes it's nice to remember that acronym: never eat soggy worms or never eat soggy waffles. So if we're wondering about where those directions are, I'll try to write that down here, I guess. All right, so there we are. So there's north, never eat, goes in the clockwise direction, never eat soggy worms. So there's your compass for this one, cardinal directions. Let's talk about how to name this first one right here. So we're looking at this example right now. And this one is 30 degrees, and the reference here is east. So it's going to be important for you to look at where that reference is. And then if we think about starting here, like on this line, we would have to rotate to the north by 30 degrees. So the way we're going to name this is we're going to say that this vector is 30 degrees north of east. So your reference goes here, the direction of movement goes there, and then the amount of direction or the degrees would go first. If we think about that with the next one here, our reference is going to be north. And so I'm going to take a look at that reference here, which is north, and we're moving from north, we're moving to the west. So we would say that this vector is 20 degrees west of north. And the next one is going to be similar, except we have 30 degrees now. Our reference is west, and we're moving south from west. So if we imagine starting here on this reference line, and we move to the south by 30 degrees, we would say that that vector is 30 degrees, or that angle is 30 degrees south of the reference, which is west. And we'll try to come up with another color here for you. Well, now we'll do this one here. So our reference is east. We're moving south by 40 degrees. So we're going to say that this angle is 40 degrees south of east. All right, so we're going to rewrite each of these in standard position, and we're going to actually state the degrees for each one of these in standard position. So it's nice to be able to look at this, and say, okay, we've got all different kinds of references here. We got east, north, west, east, and south. But to make things standard, it's often useful to represent these guys in standard position. So in standard position, we're going to always utilize the positive x-axis, no matter where that is, no matter what the setup is. We're always going to reference this to the positive x-axis, which is this direction right here. This angle, then, if we were to draw a coordinate plane right here, is going to be 30 degrees. Let's see what color we use for the next one. So we've got, let's see here, we'll do red. And this one, we're just going to draw ourselves a coordinate plane right here. So here's our coordinate plane, and we're always referencing these, just like we reference any angle, to the positive x-axis. So we actually want to state this angle right here. That angle is going to be 90 degrees. That gets us to this point right here, and then 20 more. So if we do 90 plus 20, that would be 110 degrees. All right, we got magenta here for the next one. That's down there. Got it. Okay, so we're going to still do the same thing for this one. We're going to draw that coordinate plane, and we're going to try to reference always here from the positive x-axis. We're going to try to reference this angle right here. Well, if we go 180 degrees, we're at this point, and we need to go another 30. So 180 degrees and 30 would be 210 degrees. So even though we have a little 30-degree angle right there, the standard position of that one is going to be 210 degrees. We always want to references to that positive x-axis. And then we'll move on with the last one here. So we'll draw ourselves another coordinate plane. And if we think about this one, we have to do this angle right here. Here's our positive x-axis. And for this one, we're going to go all the way around, and then we're going to back up 40 degrees. So if we went all the way around and then removed 40, we would be right here at this angle. So 360 minus 40 is 320 degrees.